The snow fell steadily on the downtown street as Christopher Grant hurried toward his car, late for yet another business dinner. At 36, he was CEO of Grant Capital, a venture capital firm worth billions. His schedule was packed, his phone constantly buzzing, his mind always 3 steps ahead in the next deal. He was fumbling with his briefcase and phone when his wallet slipped from his coat pocket, landing silently on the snowy sidewalk. Christopher did not notice, already 10 steps away and reviewing emails. "Mister, you dropped this," a small voice called out behind him. Christopher turned to see a little girl, maybe 5 years old, running toward him, holding his wallet. She wore a coat that was too thin for the weather, shoes with worn soles, and had blonde curls escaping from a knitted hat. "You dropped your wallet?" she said again, handing it to him with small, cold hands. Christopher took the wallet, stunned. It contained several $1,000s in cash, credit cards, and business cards worth their weight in gold for the connections they represented. This child could have taken it, or her parents could have. Instead, she had run after him to return it. "Thank you," Christopher said, kneeling down to her level. "That was very honest of you. What is your name?" "Lily. I am 5. Mummy says we always give back things that are not ours, even if we need them." She said this with the simple morality only children possess, even if you need them. Christopher asked, confused. Lily nodded seriously. "Mammy says needing something does not make it okay to take it. We only take what people give us." Christopher looked past Lily and saw a woman sitting on a bench nearby, wrapped in layers of worn clothing, a shopping cart beside her containing what appeared to be all their possessions. The woman was watching anxiously, clearly the girl's mother. Christopher stood and walked over, Lily following. The woman immediately stood, looking defensive. "I am sorry if she bothered you." "Lily, come here." "She did not bother me. She returned my wallet. I dropped it and she ran after me to give it back." Christopher held up the wallet. "This has several $1,000s in it, cards that could be used for significant purchases. She could have taken it. Why did you teach her to return it?" The woman, who introduced herself as wrote at him with tired dignity. "Because stealing is wrong, regardless of circumstances. I am raising my daughter to have integrity, even when we have nothing." "How did you end up here?" Christopher asked gently. "If you do not mind me asking." Sarah's story came out haltingly. Her husband had died in a car accident 2 years ago. Medical bills from his injuries had bankrupted them. She had lost her job during the financial crisis, lost their apartment, and ended up on the streets with 5-year-old Lily. She did odd jobs when she could find them, but keeping Lily safe and fed while homeless was nearly impossible. "Every shelter is full," Sarah said. "We have been on waiting lists for months. I keep trying to find work, but no one wants to hire someone without an address. It is a cycle I cannot break out of." Christopher looked at Lily, who was shivering in her inadequate coat, and made a decision that would change all their lives. "Come with me." Sarah immediately shook her head. "I do not accept charity. It is not charity. Your daughter just saved me thousands of dollars and massive inconvenience by returning my wallet. Let me repay that kindness. One night in a warm hotel room, a good meal, and tomorrow we will talk about more permanent solutions. Please. It is snowing, and your daughter is cold." Sarah looked at Lily, whose teeth were chattering, and reluctantly agreed. Christopher got them a hotel suite, had room service send up dinner, and arranged for warm clothes to be delivered. The next morning, he returned with a proposal. "I made some calls," Christopher said. "I own an apartment building. I have a 2-bedroom unit available that I will rent to you at a rate you can actually afford once you are working. I also called several companies I invest in. 3 of them have administrative positions open. If you are qualified and interview well, the job is yours. And there is on-site childcare. Sarah stared at him. Why would you do all this for strangers? Because your daughter could have taken my wallet. It would have solved your immediate problems, Cash, for food and shelter. Instead, she returned it because you taught her integrity matters more than survival. That is extraordinary parenting. Christopher paused. And because I have billions of dollars, and most days I use it to make more money. Your daughter reminded me that wealth has purpose beyond accumulation. It can actually change lives. Sarah took the job. She earned it with her skills and work ethic. She and Lily moved into the apartment. But beyond the practical help, Christopher found himself drawn into their lives. He visited regularly, brought Lily books and toys, helped Sarah navigate the complexities of rebuilding stability. You changed everything, Sarah told him 6 months after that snowy evening. We went from homeless to stable, from hopeless to having a future. I do not know how to repay that. Your daughter already repaid it by being honest when dishonesty would have been easier. And you repaid it by raising her with values that matter more than circumstances. Christopher paused. Can I be honest about something? Please. I have been lonely for years, surrounded by people who want things from me, money, connections, opportunities. You and Lily never asked for anything. When I offered help, you tried to refuse. When you accepted, you worked to earn it. That is so rare in my world that I do not even have words for it. He looked at Sarah seriously. Over these months, I have fallen in love with both of you. With Lily's honesty and joy. With your strength and integrity. With the family you have built despite having nothing. I do not want to just be your landlord or the person who helped once. I want to be part of your lives permanently. Sarah's eyes filled with tears. Christopher, you saved us, you saved me, he interrupted. From a life of accumulating wealth without purpose. From isolation disguised as success. From forgetting that the most valuable things are not the ones we buy. 1 year after Lily had returned a wallet she could have taken, Christopher proposed not with an expansive ring but with a simple band and honest words, while Lily played nearby. Your daughter gave back something she needed because you taught her integrity matters more than survival. That moment changed my life. Sarah, will you marry me? Will you let me be Lily's father and your partner? Will you continue teaching both of us that character matters more than wealth? Through tears, Sarah said yes. But only if you promise to always remember that day. That a homeless child returned thousands of dollars because honesty mattered more. That you chose to help instead of just walking away. That we built this on a foundation of doing what is right, not what is easy. I promise, Christopher said. How could I forget? Lily gave back my wallet, and in return, you both gave me something far more valuable, a family that taught me what wealth actually means. At their wedding, Lily was flower girl, and Christopher's vows made everyone cry. A 5-year-old child returned my wallet when she could have taken it. Her mother had taught her that integrity matters regardless of circumstances. That single act of honesty showed me I had been measuring success wrong, not by what I accumulated, but by what I gave and who I became. Thank you, Lily, for being honest. Thank you, Sarah, for raising her that way. You both saved me. If this story reminded you that integrity is priceless, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment about when honesty changed everything.